Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Little Green Lamb, and today's another Top 5 Wednesday day. Today's topic is Top 5 books that you wish had sequels or another book added on to the end of the series. I know that's not the correct title, but I really prefer to call this Top 5 Wednesday More Please, because really, some of these books, I just want something else. And it might not necessarily be a full-length book, maybe just like a little novella on the end of it. And obviously this video, I'm going to be talking about the last book in the series or a standalone, so there will be spoilers because I'm going to tell you guys how, like, not maybe how they could do it, because I'm not going to tell them how to do it, but I'm just going to say the things I like and how I would want these elements incorporated into another book. So I'm going to tell you first off when I'm going to be talking about spoilers, and I'll hold up the book when I talk about spoilers, and I'll put it down when I'm not, but I will say spoilers first so you will know. So number 5 is the Carrie Diaries, and this is the second book, Summer in the City by Candace Bushnell. I don't know if she's going to be writing another book, but this book came out quite a few years ago. I feel like it came out like 2010. Let's just check. 2011. So it came out 5 years ago, and I really liked this series. I didn't know if it was intended to be a duology or not, but I felt like this book just, there could have been more. Like, I feel like it wasn't like really a closure. It was kind of like maybe another book's coming out, because I was always waiting for another book. So I didn't look up to see if there's going to be another book. I just figured by this point there probably isn't. But, you know, I really wish there'd be something more, because I really did like the series, and I really like the character of Carrie. And especially with the TV show canceled, I didn't see much of the second season because I believe it stopped. Yeah, it stopped coming on the provider I was watching it on, and I couldn't see it on TV Live. And the only app that, because some of the apps you can watch content, and I didn't have the channels, something like that. So I couldn't see the second season of it. But I really did enjoy the season I watched of it. And yeah, I just want more of the Carrie Diaries because I really liked her character. Number 4 is Finding Audrey by Sylvie Kinsella. Now, I believe this is just a standalone. I don't think there's going to be a sequel. But I just really wish there was a sequel, because in this book, spoilers coming up, when I put the book down, the spoilers will be gone in case you haven't read this. So basically, with them talking about the big gaming competition they're going to be doing and like kind of their gaming, I'd love to see a book incorporate where they're kind of like going somewhere, like a destination, and they're doing, like, they're participating in these gaming competitions. And I just really like, not only do I like the character of Audrey because I think she's like a really good example, I really like Linus, and I really just love her family. Frank and the mom's relationship is hilarious. I just want more of that, because it honestly, like, when you have the serious parts in this book, having those lighthearted moments really were great. I don't think you could go on for a series, but maybe a duology or like a little novella of them going on a trip, because I just even read something about Frank and the mom because they were hilarious, and I just want more of their characters in my life. Number 3 is Vicious by Sarah Shepard, the Pretty Little Liars series. This is the 16th book. There's actually 18 books in total. And you may be thinking, whoa, didn't you get your fill? Like, you know, it was not canceled. The 8th book was technically supposed to be the last. Then it was supposed to be like the 12th book. And then it went all the way to 16. But I don't necessarily want like maybe a full-length book, but I just want a novella. And this is going to contain spoilers, holding up the book. So if you haven't read this. Basically, I just want a novella featuring like some scenes of Allie, especially like hearing her plot, because we got to see Courtney as her in Allie's Pretty Lies. But I really want to just hear Allie's thoughts and have a book that's totally narrated in her way, and kind of maybe talking about how she was kind of setting out to do these plans, exactly how hurt she was by them, like, or maybe even just like a talk show interview. Like, that's like something I always imagine, like, I'd love, like, just to hear like get a transcript of a talk show interview. Like, I know you can't really do a talk show, well, you can with a felon, but like I feel like it'd be interesting, and like get a talk show interview, and then you get to hear people in the town like Kristen Cullen, I want to say, but I think that's wrong. But like certain like side characters in the town that you always hear about, like Fee Templeton, like hearing people's responses and hearing the liars' responses interview. Like, I just think something with Allie would be really beneficial. I'm not saying like lots and lots more, but like Sarah Shepard didn't say that. Like, she said that this is like the series finale for now, but there was like a tweet that she said like never say never, it could come back. So if it were to come back, I'd really want that to be part of. But honestly, if it came back in any form, I'd be happy with whatever. I'd just be like, please, like, just write it, please. So I'd be happy in any form. Number 2 is actually a recent read of mine, and is Hidden Bodies by Carolyn Kapnis. This is a duology as far as I know, You and Hidden Bodies. I don't know if there's going to be a third book. Last time I checked was about a month ago on Goodreads. If you guys know if there's going to be a third book, definitely let me know. but I really want there to be a third book. I don't think it could go any farther than a third book, but I feel like a trilogy would wrap it up better, because I found this book was even better than the first book, which I find is a very rare concept. Like, the only example I can think of where I like the second book more than the first book is the Hunger Games trilogy, but that was by a very small margin. But I feel like compared to the first book, this like knocked it out of the park. Like, the first book was like, you know, right at the back of the ball field, or the field. This just like flying. So I really want a third book, and I'm just going to hold this up because there will be spoilers about what I really want to see in the third book. So if there is a third book, I really want to see like a court procession. I really find it interesting. I'm thinking of like My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. I probably not pronouncing that right. But how they have that court processional and it goes on for most of the book. Like something like that in this, and like they can go for the transcripts and like exonerate people, and like I just think it'd be very interesting to have a court case of this, and I feel like it would wrap up the book and keep it full circle. Yes, it's ended on a good note, very mysterious. You kind of know what's going to happen. You kind of have a prediction. But I just want to see everything be wrapped up more firmly. I feel like this is a very loopy bow, and it just needs to be a little bit tighter, you know what I mean? So, yeah. That's number 2. And number 1 is Royal Wedding by Meg Cabot. Now, I really just want something else after this. Like, I know people are going to comment and say, like, oh, but there's the middle grade series about Mia's half-sister. And I know there's that series. I really want to get to it. But I just want something else in Mia's perspective, because even though there is this other person talking about her life, I want Mia's perspective, because I just really think that this book could go, I don't know how like far it could really stretch, because a lot has changed in Mia's life after this book, but I maybe just like a little bit more, because I really just want to see what's going to happen. And if it came back after this long, because I don't know, I think 2010 was when the last one came out, but I could be guessing when like Forever Princess, I'm just looking at it over there if you see my eyes moving. I think that one came out like, by this one coming out 5 years ago, like from this, or 5 years in between those two books. So I'm like, maybe there could be a little bit more. Like, I just love this series. I love the writing. I just love the character of Mia, and I really hope Meg Cabot comes back with this character especially. I really need to get to the middle grade series. I just have not yet picked it up. And yes, that's my top 5 Wednesday. Definitely let me know what books you guys think should have more books added onto the series, or just a sequel to a standalone. All these, besides Sophie Kinsel's, were not standalones, but I feel like it's very hard of a standalone, because, you know, certain standalones, if they have an ending, could ruin it, and I feel like a lot of them stand alone and they are fine. Yeah, I'd want more, but I feel like series, because I'm more attached to the characters, it's easier for me to want more because I've been with the characters longer. Unless it's like a really, really big standalone. Debatable. But yeah, just definitely let me know. If you guys know I haven't read that, please do not add spoilers, maybe just the title. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.